Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki. Today's video, I've got a huge Sam's Club grocery haul that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'll be walking through every item that I picked up and giving the nutrition information with the WeightWatchers points. I'll pop the labels on the screen, and then I'll just also talk about how I incorporate these different items to stay on track throughout the week, the different proteins and produce and things like that, and just how I use them to stick to my goals. So if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Let's get started with some produce, and there's a decent amount of it today. I love getting my produce from Sam's Club because most of the time it is actually really great produce, and I like to stock up on a lot of things because it just gets me to eat more fruits and vegetables, and they have a lot of the options that I enjoy there. First thing that I got was some Cosmic Crisp apples today. I have an apple every single day after I eat dinner, so I always need these on hand and I just keep them in the fridge. My favorites are Cosmic Crisp and Honey Crisp, and usually at Sam's Club I end up going with the Cosmic because they're cheaper, and today they actually looked better too. So I grabbed these and they're 0 points. I have one every single day after my dinner. I also grabbed some zucchini, so they don't always have this. I am excited when they do though because I can usually get a good amount for a decent price, and we use zucchini a lot. I use it for my veggie mixes, which is pepper, onion, and zucchini that I just cook on the stove. I let it cool and then I store it in the fridge and use it for a bunch of different meals. It pretty much goes with anything, and that's how I feel about zucchini in general. I really like to use it as an ingredient in a bunch of different meals to just kind of bulk it up without adding any different flavor. It really does kind of just work in a lot of things. I mostly use it for veggie mix, and then a lot of the time when I'm making a dinner and I can't think of a vegetable to incorporate, I end up using zucchini because it, like I said, goes with a lot of things. Whether it's like a pasta dish or a rice bowl and I just want to grill it up really quickly, sometimes I'll roast it in the oven, but most of the time I'm just cooking it quickly on the stove. Then another vegetable I like to have as a side with dinners specifically, a lot of the time like pasta, or if I make like burgers or again a rice bowl, it works as an ingredient in there. This is just some asparagus. I'll probably just make this entire thing at once. I just lay it on a baking sheet, spray it with some nonstick olive oil spray, and then I'll add some seasoning and pop it in the oven to roast it up. And that way I can use the leftovers for different meals. A lot of the time I like to use asparagus for my breakfast with some eggs, or again in rice bowls, it's the easiest thing to add in. But it's a nice easy vegetable option. I like that I can just kind of quickly assemble it and pop it in the oven, and that can just be cooking while I'm making the actual meal, whether it be pasta or something like I mentioned. So 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's a nice way to get a little extra fiber and just incorporate more vegetables. The last grocery shopping trip that I did was at Aldi, and I got some cherries when I was there, and they were really good. I ate the entire bag pretty quickly, so I grabbed some more cherries today. I'm hoping these are just as good because there's a lot of them here, but these are 0 points on WeightWatchers and something that I've just been having as a quick sweet snack after my breakfast or my lunch. I've also been making snack plates with them, and actually some nights I have been having these right after I have my apple because I've just been craving them. They've just been really satisfying and sweet, and I've really been enjoying them. A 0 point option on WeightWatchers, and it's something different. I feel like I always show a lot of the same fruit items. It's pretty much like grapes, bananas, apples. Those are the ones that I eat the most, and so it's nice to incorporate some different things every now and then. Then speaking of bananas, we did grab these today, so something that we buy every single time we go grocery shopping. We have them in cereal, protein shakes, or smoothies. I like to add them to my yogurt bowls lately, and then Adam just packs them for work. So it's just one item that we get every single time we go to the store. And if we ever have too many of them, then it's just an excuse for me to do some type of baking recipe, whether it even be like pancakes or some type of like banana bread or muffins or something. I do use them for creamies as well, but that's mostly what the bananas are for. I got some blueberries, which is another one that I get pretty much every time. We like these for yogurt bowls, and I like them on pancakes and waffles and stuff like that with some chicken sausage, maybe some syrup. Blueberries are just another 0 point option that I incorporate. Of course, we got some bell peppers. So I actually got 2 bags of these, and these are mostly for veggie mix and different meals like I mentioned before. I really like sauteed pepper and onion, especially on like fajitas with a little sour cream, and then some type of protein on like a tortilla. So that's what I like to use bell peppers for the most, but I use them in veggie mix, and then that can be used for pasta, pizza, rice bowls, all of those things. Even wraps, sometimes I'll just add some veggie mix because that's usually the easiest way for me to incorporate a vegetable. I like that this is the variety pack. It comes with 3 different colors, and we just go through peppers pretty quickly, so it's something that we're always in need of. I've been happy that Sam's Club has had this lately. They recently added these simply shredded hash brown potatoes that I love to use for my breakfast bowls and breakfast burritos. These are also the hash browns that I use when I make a big breakfast egg bake with scrambled eggs, some type of vegetable, some type of protein, maybe some cheese or cottage cheese, and then I use a good amount of these shredded hash browns, and it is one of the easiest things I can prep for my resets, and it's something that we enjoy throughout the week. It's really one of our favorite breakfasts, and it's so quick and easy to just heat up. This is 0 points on Weight Watchers if potatoes are 0 points for you. For the serving of 2/3 cup, it's 70 calories, 15 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 2 grams of protein. Most of the time I'm using it for quick and easy breakfasts, but there are other times where I want like loaded hash browns for dinner, and I'll make these nice and crispy, and then maybe add some like burger meat, some cheese, some pickles, some type of sauce, and that's just another thing you can use these for. Then these are also 0 points on Weight Watchers. They are the petite dill pickles, and last time we went to Sam's, we actually bought these for the first time, and we have been eating them pretty quickly. I love using these types of pickles on like my snack plates. I'll do some lunch meat or tuna, and then maybe crackers, grapes, or some type of fruit, and then I always include pickles, and these have been so perfect for that. They're also nice just cut up and added to different like burger bowls or loaded fries. So I've really been enjoying these and wanted to make sure to get another jar because Adam has also been really enjoying them. Okay, next up, let's move on to proteins, and I got some new things today, so I'm excited about this. It is a shaved chicken breast, and it came with 2 packs. Each pack is 1 pound, so I've got 2 pounds of shaved chicken breast that I was thinking I could make like lightened up Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, like the ones from Jersey Mike's. I really enjoy those, and I thought that this would be a nice way to make it at home. I hadn't seen this before at Sam's Club, but it is 0 points. It's just chicken breast. It's 130 calories for 4 ounces, 4 grams of fat, and it's got 24 grams of protein. I'm really excited to try this out and see how it is. It's pretty much just chicken breast but shaved, so it'll be a different way to prepare it, and I'll probably put it on sandwiches. It'll be good in bowls, and then on here it actually says perfect for chicken sliders, quesadillas, and tacos. So we'll see how this is. I also got some regular chicken breasts here, and this is a lot. This has like 6 pounds, so I'll probably freeze 2 of these bags and then make the other 2, but what I do is I just cut it up and add it to a container or a bag with a marinade packet and then a little oil and water, and I let it sit overnight, and then I'll cook it up the next day on my griddle or a pan on the stove or even on the grill. Usually I won't cut it into as small of pieces if I cook it on the grill outside. This is 0 points on Weight Watchers, and it is one of my favorite ingredients to just have prepped and ready in the fridge because there are so many times where I just want a quick meal I can throw together, whether it's like a sandwich or a wrap, a rice bowl, or even like a cup of Goodles. I like to add protein to them, so when I've got cooked chicken already ready in the fridge, it's so convenient. I can do one of those quick and easy meals like the Goodles, heat it up, add the chicken, maybe a little barbecue sauce, and then it still keeps it low point, but so quick and easy. And then it's also nice when it's already cooked because I can just use it for dinners and just quick and easy meals. Anyway, it's 0 points on Weight Watchers. It's packed with protein. For the serving of about 4 ounces, it has 25 grams of protein and 130 calories. Okay, we needed some eggs, which I just mostly use for breakfast, whether it's like scrambles or the egg bakes I mentioned before. They're 0 points and a nice way to get some extra protein in. I got some ground chicken as well, so this is 0 points on Weight Watchers. 160 calories for 4 ounces and 22 grams of protein. This I'll probably make into taco meat because we haven't had that in a minute, and I like to just have that also just cooked and ready in the fridge. That way I can make like burritos or enchiladas or tacos or taco pasta. It's so nice to just have the seasoned taco meat ready and cooked in there, and it reheats really nicely. This is 3 pounds. It does make a lot, but it's one of those things that Trevor also eats, so it's nice to just get a big batch of that prepped and in the fridge. Then we grabbed some lunch meat. My favorite is the rotisserie seasoned chicken breast. It's 0 points on Weight Watchers, 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. It's got 1 gram of sugar and 11 grams of protein. And then this is the 4 peppered turkey breast. So we don't get this one every time, but Adam really enjoys this. And there are some times where I go through phases and I crave lunch meat more. And right now I've been really wanting snack plates with lunch meat. So we got 2 containers this time because we'll go through it a little quicker when I'm actually eating more of it. But anyway, the turkey's 50 calories. It is 0 points and it's got 12 grams of protein. protein, and he likes to make wraps and sandwiches with these. I usually like to just do a snack plate with all of the stuff just separated, and then I make little like cracker sandwiches with it with some cheese and pickles. But sometimes I will also use it for a quick and easy sandwich that I throw together. And I do also like to use shredded lunch meat in scrambled eggs sometimes. It's something different than like bacon or sausage, and it adds some extra protein. So these are just the Members Mark brand lunch meat. This was new and I'm excited to try this out. So this is the Chobani Vanilla Zero Sugar Greek Yogurt. I was hoping they'd have the tub like this of the 20 gram of protein serving option, but they did have the small cups, which I'll show in a second. But I scanned this and it's only 1 point on WeightWatchers for 3/4 cup, which is pretty low for yogurt. It's 70 calories, 6 carbs, and it's got 13 grams of protein in that serving. It will be nice to try this out for my yogurt bowls. I want to compare it to the one that's 20 grams of protein. It's probably not going to be as thick, but I do usually just like vanilla yogurt because I add it to some frozen berries and then I add some cereal or granola. So the yogurt doesn't matter that much, although the Chobani brand, I really do enjoy their products that I've tried. So it is nice too because it's lactose free, 0 points, 70 calories, and 13 grams of protein isn't bad for that. Then like I said, the 20 gram of protein Chobani is the one I was hoping for in the tub, but these are the individual containers they have of it. So this is the variety pack. It's got vanilla, cherry berry, mango, and raspberry lemonade. The vanilla is always just my favorite because I end up just mixing the fruit and cereal, and I kind of just want the plain vanilla yogurt. But Adam really enjoys the flavored ones. It's been a really nice option for him to bring to work because it's nice and filling with the amount of protein it has. Quick and easy for him to grab, and he can cut up a banana in it and add some cereal or something. And he usually just prefers the fruity flavors anyway. There are 3 points for the container, although I want to say the mango is 4 points for the container. It's 140 calories, 3 grams of fat, 9 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, and 20 grams of protein. And actually now comparing this, they look pretty much the same. So I don't know if it's changed, but I remember before we scanned them and they were different numbers. They all have 20 grams of protein, 140 calories, and 3 grams of fat. They have a little bit less fiber, so I guess that's what changed it with the mango and cherry berry. But I don't know. It's been a really nice option, especially for Adam to be able to bring these to work. This was another new item that I haven't seen before, so it is Baby Bell Pro. And the Pro stands for protein and probiotics. These are 2 points per Baby Bell round, which I think is normal. It's 50 calories for 1 piece, 3 grams of fat, and then it's got 5 grams of protein in one. And I really like to use Baby Bells on my snack plates with the grapes and the lunch meat and the tuna. So that's why I wanted to try these out. I also just sometimes crave grapes and cheese, and one of these is just so perfect with that. And I still have some grapes in the fridge. I'm curious to see if they taste any different than the regular Baby Bells, but maybe we'll have to try them in a snack review and see what we think. I decided to just get the Members Mark mozzarella cheese. Usually I look for reduced fat, but this one's 3 points for the serving, which isn't bad. The Trader Joe's light option that I get is 2 points for the serving, so it's not much different, and honestly this one might melt even better. It's 80 calories for the serving of a 1/4 cup and 3 points on WeightWatchers, 5 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 6 grams of protein, and it comes with 2 bags. They're each a pound bag, but I just use mozzarella cheese a lot. It's usually my go-to, especially because it is lower point, but I also just feel like it goes with a lot of different meals. So I'll use it for pasta and pizza and eggs, even like wraps I like to melt it on, or if I make an enchilada bake, I'll top it with a little mozzarella. So we're just always using this up, and I'm gonna see what we think of the Members Mark brand of it. Then Adam got his favorite dip. So this is the buffalo chicken dip. It is 2 points for the serving of 2 tablespoons, 60 calories, 4.5 grams of fat. It's got 1 carb and 3 grams of protein. And what he likes to do with this is spread it on high fiber tortillas and then add some extra chicken. If I've got a veggie mix made, he'll add some veggie mix, and then he just wraps it up and pops it in the air fryer, and it gives you that nice creamy buffalo taste without using too many points because you can do 2 tablespoons for 2. And then it's also just a snack option that he likes to have because he just loves everything buffalo, and especially buffalo chicken dip. So it's nice in moderation to have this as an option in the fridge. Then some pantry items that I grabbed today. I just needed some olive oil spray, so anytime I mention that with recipes, whether I'm using it to get something to stick on it like garlic salt, or if I'm just cooking up some veggies and I spray them with nonstick spray, this is what I'm talking about. So I like to get the 2-pack from Sam's Club. It's 0 points and just a convenient item that I always have on hand. I also needed some more onion powder, so I grabbed a container of this. I use this for a bunch of different recipes. And then I needed some more garlic parmesan Kinder seasoning, which is my all-time favorite out of all of the seasonings they offer. I use this one so much for vegetables, potatoes, pasta. If I'm making a tomato sauce that I'll use for pizza or pasta, I use a good amount of this and it adds the perfect garlic parmesan flavor. And then I did get a new one today because there's a lot of times where I'm making like stir-fry veggies and I want to add some seasoning to them that'll go well. And that's why I think this Korean barbecue will be perfect. It's Korean barbecue with soy and brown sugar, and I kind of just want to smell it. Ooh, that smells good. I'm excited to just have this as an option when I make vegetables. I feel like that's what I'll use it for the most. But even when I'm making like sesame noodles or fried rice, this might be a nice seasoning to incorporate. I did get some tuna, so this is just the chunk light in water. I made the mistake one time of getting it in oil and I now triple check every single time. But I just like to get the water because then it's 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's 90 calories for a can, a half gram of fat, and it's got 20 grams of protein in that can. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to have snack plates with tuna, so I'll just open one of these and strain it out, add a little Greek yogurt and maybe some light mayo and then seasonings, and then I just add it to my snack plate with crackers and pickles and all those things. And it's one of my favorite filling high protein meals to have because it really satisfies those like snacky cravings while also helping me hit my goals because of the higher protein and stuff. That's mostly what I use tuna for. I also use it for different recipes like tuna noodles, which is one of my favorite just quick and easy dinners I can throw together. And then sometimes I'll do like tuna melt 2-ingredient dough bakes, or just tuna melts in general is another one of my favorites to have. So we're just always going through tuna, and that's the brand and type that I like to get. Then the high fiber tortillas that I mentioned earlier, these are the La Banderita carb counter tortillas. They're 1 point per tortilla, 60 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 13 carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. They do have a good amount of fiber in them, and especially if you have 2 at a time, because you can have 2 of these for 2 points. So sometimes we end up just doing that when I'm making like a more filling meal. And we use these for so many different things. I recently did a wrap video, so I'll put that in the description, but these are just such a convenient item and we always have some on hand. They really help to make much more filling meals and help us hit our fiber goal for the day. Okay, I did get 2 different pastas today. So I always get the Barilla Protein Plus pasta. This is my favorite, and I make so many pasta dishes that I go through it pretty quickly. This comes with 2 boxes of penne and 2 rotini, and for the serving of 2 ounces, it's 4 points on WeightWatchers, and that's 2 ounces dry. A lot of the time I like to do 3 ounces dry for a serving to make a more filling meal, and that's 6 points on WeightWatchers. But for the 2 ounce serving, it's 190 calories, 1 gram of fat, 38 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 10 grams of protein. And I just love how this one tastes. It cooks up really quickly. I find that it has been such a good option to make different pasta dishes while staying within my points and hitting my protein goals. Then I did get a different pasta, which we haven't had this in a while, but I remember when we tried it, we really liked it. So it's another protein pasta, and the brand is Brammy. This one's also 4 points for 2 ounces and 6 points for 3 ounces of dry pasta. For the 2 ounce serving, it's 200 calories, 2 grams of fat. It's got 36 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and 12 grams of protein. And this one also comes with 4 boxes. And now I might have to do just like a side-by-side test to see which one I like better, but it is nice to have both options, and just in general to have the protein pasta option has really helped me to create recipes that are filling and taste really good and help me stay on track. Then moving on to some drinks that we got. So Adam needed some iced coffee for his coffees that he has in the morning. This is 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's just their medium roast unsweetened black coffee. The serving's for 12 ounces and it has 15 calories and 1 gram of protein. And like I said, it's 0 points. He'll just mix this with a protein shake or some sugar-free syrup and ice, and he just switches off what he does with it, but this is his go-to for a coffee in the morning. He usually prefers iced coffee. Okay, we were looking at the sparkling ice drinks and they didn't have any flavors that we really liked. We had recently tried the lemonade variety pack and we didn't really like it that much. We usually like the Lifesaver or the Starburst, which I don't even know if they still make the Starburst sparkling ice drinks, but they did have a Members Mark version of them and the flavors honestly sounded better, and it was like $5 or $6 cheaper. So we went with that today and we're gonna be trying these out. The flavors in this one, let me show you guys. So this is what they look like. And the different flavors that we have in this one, it's got watermelon, lime, black raspberry, and strawberry lemonade. Those sound good. They're 0 calories and just something that we like to have as an option when we're craving carbonation, or sometimes you just kind of want a flavored drink. We definitely prioritize water and we make sure that we hit our water goal every day, but this is a nice way to just incorporate some different drinks that help us stay on track and we enjoy. I've also really been craving Powerade lately, and we got this last time we went to Sam's Club, but it's just their, I want to say 24 pack. It's got fruit punch, grape, and then the blue flavor, the mixed berry, which is my favorite. And again, those are just 0 calories. They're 0 points on Weight Watchers because I make sure to get the 0 sugar option. And these have just been really nice. I think just rollerblading more has made me crave these types of drinks and electrolytes. So it's a nice treat when I get back from rollerblading to have one of these Powerades, and that's why we got more. Then really quickly, some freezer items that we grabbed. This is the home style boneless chicken bites. They're just the Members Mark brand. And we really like to use these for different recipes when we're doing like copycat fast food at home. So like a Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito or something, or even like a breakfast scramble bowl. I really like to use these for. We also like to use them when we do an appetizer night and we want some breaded chicken. This is a great option that we enjoy the flavor of, and it heats up really quick and easy in the air fryer. For the serving of 3 ounces, it's 4 points on Weight Watchers, 160 calories, 5 grams of fat. It's got 17 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 13 grams of protein in that serving. And like I said, we usually just heat it up in the air fryer. I wanted to have some more high protein options, so I grabbed some fish. I got some ahi tuna, which I really like to use for rice bowls, like homemade poke. And it's really easy to make. I just always forget to actually thaw it so that I can make the meal with it. But it's nice to just have this as an option in the freezer. And I try to remember early enough to take it out and marinate these in some soy sauce. And sometimes I'll add some like garlic and stuff in there. But anyway, it's 0 points on Weight Watchers. For the serving of 3/4 of a steak, about 4 ounces, it's 130 calories, 1 gram of fat, and 29 grams of protein. Very high in protein, and it makes the meal so filling. And they only cook in a few minutes. You just sear them on both sides. So it's something that I really like to have every now and then. I just usually forget about it, but when I remember, it is one of my favorite proteins to incorporate. And then I got some salmon. So this is 0 points on Weight Watchers as well. For the serving, it's about 230 calories. It's got 15 grams of fat and 23 grams of protein in that serving. And then the way that I cook this, I usually just make the entire bag at once. So once it's thawed, I put it on a baking sheet. I'll use olive oil or olive oil spray and then some different seasonings. And then I just pop it in the oven and make it all at once. And then it can be ready in the fridge for a bunch of different meals. My favorite thing to do with salmon is have it with pasta, but it's also really nice in rice bowls or even potatoes or some type of vegetable or something. It's really good in stir fry and sesame noodles as well. Then the last few things that I got today, some snacks. So these are the Quest protein chips. It comes with 7 bags of nacho cheese and 7 chili lime. And each bag is 3 points on Weight Watchers. They are different for the calories. So the chili lime is 140 calories for the bag, 4.5 grams of fat, 4 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 20 grams of protein. And then the nacho cheese flavor is 150 calories, 6 grams of fat. It's got 5 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 18 grams of protein. And these are just a quick and easy way to get a good amount of protein in. They satisfy my salty cravings and allow me to hit my protein goals for the day. And it's just a little bit cheaper to buy this box at Sam's Club. Even though these aren't my favorite flavors of the Quest chips, it is just a better deal to get them there. So we usually grab a box whenever we go. We also got these, which I thought they were going to discontinue them because they only had a couple bags left the last time we had gone, but now they've been restocking them. So Adam is even more happy than I am. He really likes these, and I've really been enjoying them as just like a quick snack before the gym. If I don't have like breakfast zucchini cookies made, this is a good option. They're 90 calories for 1 bite and 3 points on Weight Watchers. And what they are is they are IQ bar bites. They're PB&J protein bites, and they have strawberry and blueberry. So the nutrition's the same. It's 90 calories, 6 grams of fat, 5 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 5 grams of protein. So it is a nice option to get a little extra protein and fiber in. The taste is good, and it's kind of similar to like a Bear Bell where it's like more chewy and then it's got little crunchies and it's dipped in like a coating. So it's got like a fruit coating on it. You can see what it looks like here a little bit, but we've been enjoying these. It's just a nice grab and go option. 3 points isn't bad for them, especially for the fact that they've got 5 grams of fiber. Okay, then the last snack item that we got, this is a new flavor of drizzilicious. They are like drizzled rice cakes, and this flavor today is fudge brownie bites. So for the serving of about 28 pieces, it is 6 points on WeightWatchers. It's 120 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 20 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. It's one of those sweet treats that you have to incorporate in moderation because I could honestly just keep eating them out of the bag. So usually I like to portion them out or add them to a snack mix with some air pop popcorn to kind of bulk it up a little, because 6 points for about 28 pieces can add up quickly if you have more than one serving. But it is a nice sweet treat we like to incorporate, and we're gonna actually give this flavor a try right now. You wanna come try it, Adam?
Oh yes.
So, like I said, 6 points for the serving. This is the, oh, it smells so good, fudge brownie flavor. Let's give it a try before my camera dies, because it is about to.
All right.
It says they have sprinkles. They've got like 1 sprinkle on each one. Let's give them a try. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty much exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
Where it tastes a little bit like Cocoa Puffs mixed with like brownie, I guess.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate, hot cocoa. It's like that cocoa flavor, but it's really good.
It's got a good little drizzle on it too.
Yeah. It tastes more like rice cake than I expected.
Yeah.
But it's good. Not bad. It's something, again, that you can incorporate in moderation as a sweet treat. And that's the last thing that we got from Sam's Club today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I like to just give different ideas of how we incorporate these ingredients throughout the week and just use them to stay on track. I will have the prices as I shop through the store for each item, so stick around for that. If you enjoyed this, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it.
Hype it up.
Hype it up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.